Over the last couple of weeks, we told you guys a massive move was coming for cryptocurrency. And in the last week and some change, we have talked on this channel about purchasing SUI and purchasing Chainlink and XRP, and all of these coins have had some major wins happen recently, but they're not the only altcoins that are benefiting right now from this rally. And in today's video, I'm gonna talk about three more that I just bought more of in the last 24 hours, Cardano, ONDO, and HBAR, and explain just where I think those coins could go in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months. So if you're ready, go ahead and strap on in, smash that like button if these are coins that you hold, and make sure you are subscribed to our channel so you don't miss any of our content. All right, let's go. Before we get going, I do want to give a special shout out to the sponsor of our channel, and that is BloFin, the #1 crypto exchange out there for leverage trading. In this video, you're going to hear a lot of price predictions, and some of you might even want to trade those movements. Well, there's no better place than BloFin, and why not sign up right now with the bros link? Because when you sign up and you deposit money, 20% of every dollar that you invest, up to $2,500, will go back into your account, some cash back. I am a big fan of free money. I think you are as well. If you are, go sign up for BloFin right now and start trading with the bros. Link in the description down below. Now, before we get into the coins and what I want to talk about and give some price expectations for what we could expect over the rest of this summer, I want to start off with just kind of dealing with the elephant in the room, and that is Bitcoin right here. If we go to my screen, Bitcoin has been tearing over the last couple of days after breaking key resistance. This morning, it got as high as almost $119,000. Now, why is this significant? Because in previous videos we've talked about months ago, we discussed the concept of altcoin season, possibly wanting to see Bitcoin get above 120,000 first. Well, with us being in striking range, I'm not saying that Bitcoin is done rallying, and I'm not saying that altcoin season is about to launch tomorrow, but I am saying with this fast explosion for Bitcoin to get back to all-time highs and hit a key level close to $120,000, this is just one more egg in the basket of potentially altcoin season coming very soon. If you watched our video yesterday, we also talked about the significance of this chart, the Bitcoin dominance, and the bearish formation that was in play. And one of the things I told you I wanted to see was a bearish breakout below the green support level. That's exactly what has happened this morning. I still want to see it drop below this level at 62% to feel more comfortable. But right now, there's a lot of signs with heavy volume coming in, with support being lost, and altcoins going berserk as Bitcoin reaches 120,000. Altcoin season really might be close. But now let's go ahead and talk about three coins that are absolutely exploding and why I bought them this morning and why I think that they have a lot further to the upside before their next major resistance. Let's start off with a fan favorite here on the Investing Bros channel, ONDO. Now, ONDO is going to have a massive role in this bull market. It is one of the top real-world asset plays, and if you've been paying attention to the news, you'll know that real-world assets are the biggest thing to talk about in this bull market. Institutions are going crazy, and I don't know if there's any coin out there that will benefit more than ONDO in the real-world asset space. However, you go back to the December highs ONDO had when we got all the way up to $2.12. Everything since then has seemed very bearish, and people keep asking, when is ONDO finally going to start rallying again? Well, what ONDO was doing was setting up a falling wedge pattern, hitting in lower highs and lower lows, but constricting all the way into this point we've been more recently, early in July. And within the last 2 days, ONDO has broken out, and the reason I bought is because of this major breakout above this red level of resistance happening here today. Technically, to be super confident, we do want to see one or two candles both open and close above this line on the daily chart. But with the explosive move coming in here, I believe it's safe to say ONDO is making a move here. As for how high ONDO and these other coins can get, there's really going to be two things I'm watching today in the video. It's going to be #1, formation breakout prediction, and #2, what is the highest buy signal we're getting from Luxalgo, and where are the targets for conservative estimations over the next couple of weeks. Starting off with this falling wedge breakout pattern, this would suggest that ONDO price in the next couple of weeks, we're talking about probably later into August, really could explode all the way back up to former highs back at $2.12. As we go out to the weekly chart, we have a buy signal on the weekly chart once again with green reversal, bullish momentum, positive money flow, and this price prediction would say not quite 212, but maybe as high as $1.84 should be on the table. Now, I want to make sure we're clear here. If you're sitting here saying, well, Tim, which one is it, $1.84 or 212? I think that smart trail has to be your conservative estimate for ONDO over the next couple of weeks. But if you go back to the last time we had a clear buy signal on ONDO's weekly chart, you can see going back to November 5th of 2024, we blasted through the smart trail and reached a whole new all-time high. So for that reason, while I do think there will be some sellers in the range of $1.50 to $1.80, this easily still could make it back to 212, and even that is just the beginning of the breakout formation. I believe we go a lot higher from there, and if I'm going to throw in one more estimate for you to keep your eye on, it would be a Fibonacci extension level, and there's a couple different to keep an eye on, but I always love to pay attention to the 1.272, which is coming in at $3, and the golden pocket extension all the way up here, closer to $4.80. Still, I don't think that these will be the top of the bull market, but in the short term, if you are looking to swing trade these positions, these are all going to be levels to watch for potential resistance. Anywhere between $1.80 and as high as $4.80, I will be looking for major weekly sell signals. What's going to happen when I see those weekly sell signals? I will take profit and potentially even look for some short positions on ONDO moving forward. But for now, with this major breakout we've had over the last couple of days, and with us finally gaining momentum for the first time in over 7 to 8 months, there's a lot of reasons to be longing ONDO, and that's the reason why I bought this morning. The second coin that I bought here recently is Cardano. Now, I want to make sure I'm clear here. I actually bought Cardano yesterday, but I wanted to put it into the video here today. There's still time, even this morning, as we've broken another major resistance level, to buy Cardano below $1. But let's kind of break down what is going on in the chart here with Cardano. Some of you love Cardano, some of you hate Cardano. Either way, if you're a trader and you want to make money, when you see resistance broken like this is a major win for Cardano holders who are trading it. On a more micro perspective, we were tracking a falling wedge pattern on Cardano here for the last couple of weeks. In our VIP trading group, we actually talked about this trade setup for Cardano, where we entered longs all the way back here around 54 cents, and we have price targets at 80 cents for a very mild breakout on Cardano based on that falling channel. However, as you can see here this morning, Cardano is not just breaking above the smaller resistance level, we're breaking above a resistance level that we haven't been back above since all the way back here on March 1st. And you might be saying, Tim, well, wasn't that a failed breakout? Why do we know that's not going to happen again? And by the way, failed breakouts happen all the time. But I want you to remember the news and the events that led to this major breakout position on Cardano back in early March. This, of course, was the day, that Sunday morning, when Donald Trump tweeted out several altcoins that he deems should be put into the American Reserve. Well, Cardano made the list because it's one of the top American coins on CoinMarketCap. There really wasn't necessarily a lot of thought put into the tweet. He just kind of took the top coins that he deemed fit for that National Reserve. Well, we spiked majorly in price action, and as soon as it was realized kind of the details going on, the price cooled off. But other than that one situation, you can see dating back to December of 2024, there's been a consistent lower high of resistance trends here on Cardano that just this morning has finally been broken. What does this mean for a breakout? Well, if you take the opening of this volatile triangle and you move it over to the breakout prediction level, this would give you a Cardano price prediction of $1.90. Now, I absolutely think $1.90 is coming for Cardano later in this bull market. If you're going to say, though, Tim, are you predicting $1.90 by end of summer? That might be a little too rich for my take at this time. But it's absolutely doable and definitely something you guys should be keeping an eye on. For me on this one, I think I am going to probably stick with the weekly buy signal from Luxalgo, where once again, you have that green reversal, bullish momentum, positive money flow, and we're going to have a price target right here of more realistically $1.08. Again, I don't think we're going to stop at $1.08, but I think it's a target to keep an eye on if you're looking for a trade and you want to make some money trading Cardano over on BloFin right now. That's where I would be putting my target, somewhere around $1 to $1.08. After that is broken, however, all of a sudden you are looking at these higher levels well up above $1, even looking closer towards $2. And if I were to pull up that Fibonacci extension level, the golden pocket would even suggest a key level for maybe later this year would be closer to $2.42. Now, before I move into the last coin and talk about the third coin I bought this morning and where I think it could get to, I want to make sure I clarify something for people in the comments down below, because I see this all the time. Previously on this channel, I've given several price predictions for where I think coins can get towards the end of this bull market. And I've been very clear that I think this bull market goes well past the end of 2025 into 2026. And I'll be honest with you, there's even a little bit of me feeling with recent events that this bull market could extend into 2027. But for now, I have major upsides that I still think are doable. So if you have been familiar with those price predictions, maybe I said Cardano could make it to $7 to $10, and you're watching this video and you're saying, why is Tim only saying $2.40 at a maximum? This is not my long-term bullish price prediction for this bull market. This is simply tradable movements that I still think can happen over the next couple of weeks, and in this case, $2.42 by the end of the year. Every bull market has volatility. Cardano, ONDO, and even my third coin are going to have volatile movements where they rally and then pull back and rally and pull back. And long-term holders absolutely just sit, hold your bags, wait for when you think the bull market is officially over, and then take profit. But for my traders out there, it's very wise to constantly be taking profit at key resistance levels. So the purpose of these videos is not to tell you the top of the bull market, it's to tell you areas where you might want to take some profit, wait for some corrections, and buy back in lower at those times. If that makes sense to you and is extremely helpful, make sure even right now to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks just like that. For my third and final coin that I was buying here over the last couple of days, it is going to be HBAR. HBAR, again, just a little bit more of the same. We are tracking altcoins like crazy right now, breaking through resistance levels. And very similar to what we saw over with Cardano, we had been tracking on HBAR a little bit of a falling channel here. We even had expectations for the breakout here a couple of days ago to pretty much hit the levels that we just touched this morning, around 21 cents. But again, now this morning, we are breaking through longer term resistance levels that we have been under since highs back in December of 2024. In this case, we actually did have another higher high where we had a fake out back here in January around the time that Donald Trump was sworn into office for his second term. While this isn't as clean as the breakout that Cardano had on March 1st, you can still see it seems to be an anomaly, as the trend definitely shows on December, here in March, and later on in May. This trend line is a very significant level of resistance, and HBAR has just broken that trend. I'll feel better when HBAR gets cleanly above 22.8 cents, but for now, you do want to take a look at this and acknowledge what is the height that we could see HBAR get in the next couple of weeks or potentially end of year. For this one, on the breakout of the formation pattern, you can take the extension of the volatile movement, move it over to the breakout, and this would give us price predictions for HBAR all the way up at 60 cents. Very similar to Cardano, I absolutely think HBAR is going to 60 cents and way above. But the question is, can this happen by the end of summer? And that's where I'm going to say maybe, absolutely maybe, but not necessarily a guarantee. For this one, I also will be going to the weekly chart over here on HBAR. We have recently got a buy signal, just like almost every other altcoin in the space. Green reversal, bullish momentum, positive money flow. And this one gives us a much more conservative target here for HBAR, closer to 33 cents. So in a nutshell, 33 cents by August, maybe somewhere up towards 60 cents later in the year. And of course, if we were to go ahead and grab the Fibonacci tool and look for that golden pocket extension, maybe by end of year, we're maybe a little higher, but I think we are at least up here towards 81 cents if the altcoin season does continue to break out. We still have some major moves coming for HBAR and the rest of these coins. Now again, over the last couple of weeks, we have talked about SUI, we have talked about XRP, we have talked about Chainlink and Ethereum. We have talked about so many altcoins, and today we're adding 3 more to the basket here in Cardano, ONDO, and HBAR. But by no means does this mean these are the only coins rallying. Of course, A lot of altcoins are going berserk right now. These coins just simply are ones that I like to track in my portfolio. I have long-term holds and swing trades set up for all of them. And so I want to make sure to help you guys understand what is happening on the markets, what's happening on the charts, and help you make the best decision on what coins you should be investing in. Ultimately, take the lessons that I'm teaching you here, even in this free content, and apply them to some of your favorite altcoins. Learn how to read the formations, learn how to read Lux Algo, and make your own price predictions that you can enter trades and make money in this bull market. If you're sitting here lost and saying, I don't know what that means, Tim, I don't know how to read the charts, and I don't know when it's a good time to buy and sell, well, that's the whole reason we have a VIP trading group with the Bros Academy. Over there, we teach you how to do the technical analysis. We talk about good coins with proper fundamentals that are strong long-term holds. We also have daily live trading sessions to break down what's going on in the charts and what safe trades look like with proper stop loss usage and how to make sure you're maximizing your take profit efforts. If that's something you're interested in, go check out the VIP trading group in the link down below. That's all I have for you guys in this video. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe once again. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.